World videos. We're back on a promenade, Torrevieja, with the latest news and all to do with the weather, the top 10 cities, and also we've got a story, so make sure you watch it to the end. A really strange story here in Spain. You know what I've been telling you? Yeah, it's come at last, and we had temperatures 28 degrees here in Torrevieja yesterday and over 30 inland in Spain. So yeah, this is it. The temperatures are rising daily and it's another scorcher today. Already 22 degrees, 11 o'clock Sunday morning on the Costa Blanca, and it is already busy and they're out doing their exercises as usual. But yeah, we've got 10 top cities that people are all flooding to in Spain, and we're going to go through the top 10 of the main cities that are voted by AI. Yeah, AI are voting the top 10 cities to come to. And right at the top of the list, not surprised at all, because I've been to Madrid, and yeah, Madrid is a really nice city. That is voted #1, and then it comes back down to Barcelona, and then followed by Valencia, Seville, Bilbao. So yeah, then it goes on to San Sebastian, and then Pamplona and Malaga, and then you've got the beautiful island of Palma, Mallorca, and then right at the bottom of the top 10 is Granada, which is also a nice little place. But yeah, but Malaga seems the place where they all seem to be going. And Malaga's the one where all the records are getting broken at the moment, because they've had the best figures ever for the new home sales since 2013. So everyone is absolutely rushing down there, snapping up the new houses. And they're saying down in Malaga, the prices for the new homes is the biggest place in the whole of Spain for selling new property at the moment. They've overtook everywhere. That includes the province of Costa del Sol. So yeah, they're actually growing twice as fast as anywhere else. I mean, February, they sold over 3,160 homes. And that was in that part of province there, and that's an increase of over 26% on the last February last year. And yeah, last year alone it was 93,000 homes that were sold by foreign nationals, and yeah, actually 637,000 transactions were made through the real estate travel agents down there. A lot of these foreign investors that are coming to Spain, they're focusing tourist regions like the Balearic Islands, which is one of the top in the rankings by 30% odd, and then it goes down to the region of foreigners buying up in Valencia, which is 28, the Canary Islands 27%. You know what come top of the list? It was Alicante, of course. Why not? It is absolutely beautiful, and that was 44% of foreign buyers buying in Alicante. I keep telling you, the prices are shooting up all the time, and the house prices in Spain have reached an all-time high at the moment, and at the same time Spain's housing market is set a new key point in 2024, obviously trying to sort out all these lack of properties and the tourists snapping them up. But the average price now for a home is reached over 2,000 euros square metre, which is a massive 6% increase, they said, on what it was last year. So yeah, I know the property's shooting up as we're talking. And the new builds are shooting up as well. The new builds are going up by 4.8%. So yeah, that's like 2,200 a square metre. So yeah, property is absolutely booming. Not when you've got this beautiful weather. On top of that, this summer, Murcia Airport Airlines are running a load of new flights from all different airline carriers. There are actually 6 airline carriers that are operating in Murcia at the moment. So we've got down there Ryanair, EasyJet, TUI Fly, we've got Air Arabia, we've got the Spanish couriers Binter and Valletta. So yeah, we've got quite a lot of airlines down there. Like I say, all doing different kind of new routes, international and also domestic flights. Binter are now flying to Gran Canaria and Tenerife, and that's the north part of Tenerife, and Bilbao and Barcelona. But if you're looking at international destinations, you've got Ryanair EasyJet to Manchester, and then you've got the London Luton Ryanair EasyJet, and then you've got Stansted again Ryanair, of part of England up towards the Midlands there. You've got Birmingham Ryanair, East Midlands, you've got Ryanair again. So yeah, a lot of flights going from there. You've got Gatwick EasyJet, Of course, you can got Bristol there, EasyJet, and then you can go to Belgium by TUI fly, and then down into Bruges, TUI fly, and even over to Morocco by Air Arabia. So yeah, lots of domestic and international flights going from Murcia now. Also back to Malaga, there's been a massive increase on meningitis. It's one of the areas out of whole of Spain that's got the biggest increase for some reason or other, even though they've vaccinated 90% of the people down there, the babies and the kids and in the schools and everything with all their jabs. Yeah, strange, isn't it? Down there, it's all happening, isn't it, eh? But we've got some other news for you, and it's the Euro Millions, and there's a latest scam going about. As you know, they've got scams all the time. The motoring scams, they're sending you texts and everything, which I've warned you about before. They don't send texts, it all comes in the post, and you just put the reference number in online and you can pay the fine, so you don't click onto any links. But there's a Euro Millions scam going on. They're saying in the recent months it's actually getting bigger all the time. There's more and more cases come to light. You know, the Euro Millions is really popular and a lot of people do it, but they're getting phishing scams telling people they've actually won the Euro Millions, even if they haven't put it on. Now that's a strange one, isn't it? Eh? If you ain't put it on, you ain't going to be clicking any links. But yep, there's a little story to it. They're sending these emails out to people saying, you've won the Euro Millions, we know you ain't put it on. They've been selected as a winner by one of their computer Euro prize draws. But if you want to claim it, you need to obviously click on the link and provide all your details, and then you'll be happy enough to claim the prize. So yeah, give all your bank details and all your name, and then they clear your bank out. But, there's no way they're getting away with these kind of scams. Anyone with half a brain won't be clicking onto these links if they ain't bought a ticket and then giving all their bank details. But yeah, they reckon the case is on the increase. They must be getting vulnerable people, elderly and people that, you know, not streetwise, because anyone knows nowadays all these scams going about. You ain't going to be clicking on links and giving information out. Meanwhile, Playa del Cura beach, busy, innit, eh? Yeah. Everyone topping their towns up. What a lovely day to spend the Sunday, eh? Chilling out on the beach. I noticed that woman's got a cigarette in her hand. You can just about get away with it down here on the Costa Blanca. Like I mentioned before, it is banned all along Benidorm, Villosa and lots of parts of Spain, Barcelona. Smoking on the beach, you will get fined heavy, and especially if you're buying drinks off the cocktail vendors. Evidently, the police have been out and a presence lately on their motorbikes up and down the promenade, trying to scare the looky-looky away, like I mentioned before. It seems to be working, but they seem to come back as soon as they've gone. We've got a new speed limit being broken by some nutter. Of course, got done for speeding, and yeah, he's broken a record of all time. Mercedes GLE Coupe caught speeding 228 kilometres per hour up on the highway, the AP36. So yeah, that is the double the speed limit, and if you get caught doing anything like that, you're in a lot of trouble. When I say trouble, it's prison. You can go to prison for doing that kind of speed limit, 3 to 6 months here in Spain. And not just that, you can get heavy fine as well. On top of that, you'll get between 30 and 90 days doing a community service here in Spain. Talk about police, couple are just pumming along here now. And to finish it off, you'll end up with a €6 fine and 6 penalty points deducted from your licence here. As you know, we work different here in Spain. We start off at 12 and we work backwards. As you know, good driving as well. Sometimes they give you extra points, so the rumour goes. And most other countries, especially in England, you start off with 0, you get to 12, and it's goodbye with your licence. But here in Spain, it's completely different. You start off with 12, and then if you end up with 0, that's it. You're using your legs or your bike. But if you do get caught speeding, or you do get any speeding fines, I did mention before, you will get a letter, you won't get text, and you can go on the suma.es site and you just put in the reference number there, so you'll know it's all genuine and you can pay your fine. You normally get a half-price discount if you pay up early. And this next story has shocked you. I did say I'll save the best story to last. So yeah, this is a strange one, and it weren't just here in Spain as well. There's been other cases of it going on. So this story is about a woman that was pronounced dead, and yep, she had been transported to her own funeral there in Spain, taking her from the hospital in Mallorca. So yeah, they're already at her funeral there, and yeah, something strange really happened. I noticed that she started getting a pulse, and her fingers started moving, and they were like all in shock because of her health and everything, and she had taken a real bad turn, and yeah, they pronounced her dead, and not long after that, she come back to life. So straight away, she went straight from the mortuary to the funeral parlour, all ready for the old burial, and before they even noticed what had gone on. It was the paramedics at the old San Valente funeral parlour in Palma, Mallorca, confirmed she was indeed alive. So they had to transport her back to the city's Juan March de Boyoni hospital. I reckon it's the same sort of case with a resemblance to what happened last year. It was the same again. It was a morgue worker that was left petrified. We started seeing this person's body moving. And there she had spent 5 hours inside a body bag. When the people that were working inside the morgue started to see all these kind of movements inside the bag, actually petrified them. So yeah, the time they got her out of the bag and tried to revive her again, because obviously being strapped in a bag for so long, she was obviously trying to fight for her life and try to get some breath. Unfortunately, this time, this one didn't make it, and even though they tried their best to save her, so yeah, she was declared dead for the second time. Well, you could only die once. Apparently there's quite a few similar cases around the world that's been going on like this. There was another case where they were saying their last respects to the person that died, and they were praying and everything, and next minute the woman looked up and of course the body came to life again. So yeah, a lot of strange stories, isn't it, going on? So maybe there is more than one life. I did hear a story from someone here in Spain, and this was terrifying, and it has been known as a true story as well. As you know, here in Spain, because of the heat and everything, like most other hot countries, they don't hang about. They cremate you and get on straight away. Within a couple of days, it's all over and done with. I was informed by this person that they actually had someone who was actually about to be cremated, and I was all at the crematorium, and then they started hearing screams. The person was actually still alive in the coffin, but by that time it was just too late because it had all gone through and the fire and everything. But yeah, the person was actually alive and got cremated alive. So yeah, that's enough of the old sad stories today. But yeah, good for some people that come to life again, but not good for the others. But meanwhile, you can see it's busy here, isn't it, eh? Everyone's having a fun time here. In the morning on a Sunday, won't be long, we'll be having the old disabled chairs out just there. So you know, we've got disabled beach here, we've got the ramp and everything. Seems strange, doesn't it? No looky about, apart from the ones with the sunglasses. Well, at least the ice cream man's doing a good old trade today. Yeah, it's definitely warmed up, the humidity. You can feel the humidity in the air now, where before you could have the cold breeze. But yeah, the humidity's there, first thing in the morning now. So yeah, summer's here, just like I promised you all, it was coming. But yeah, it's good to have a bit of police along the promenade now, especially with all this dodgy muggings going on and everything like that. Not that we get a lot here on the promenade, but yeah, it's good to know there's a bit of security about. So we've got a few that pass by on foot, and we've got a few cars parked along here on the promenade. The only problem is when you ring the police, they say they ain't got nobody. We had the president of Valencia come down the other day. Literally, the police presence there was, wow, never seen so much police. And there was a bit of protesting going on. I'm not sure what the protesting was all about. There was about 20 people screaming and blowing whistles with banners, because the old president come down here, give some money to Torrevieja, sign off a load of cheques. One was for €5 million to have the old building restored, the old salt house just round by the harbour. So yeah, he's giving out loads of money, another cheque for another building to be done, and money for schools and all kind of things. So yeah, loads of police presence. But yeah, I'm not sure what the protesters were going on about. Maybe they wanted more done. Here we go, police parked up here. Probably the ones that were walking along. Left it there, scare off the looky-looky. Yeah, it's paradise, isn't it, eh? Absolute paradise. I'll tell you a nice beach we went to the other day, which I've done a video of, and it was in Santa Pola. Beautiful beaches all along there, nice beautiful sand, lots of bars and restaurants. So yeah, if you've never been to Santa Pola, definitely check that out. I'll put the video at the end, you can have a look at it, and property prices weren't too bad either. Of course, a lot of people like to come to Spain and buy a little apartment or actually move here permanently. So yeah, you can take a look at my channel. Been in a lot of nice places recently, especially that place, Costa, absolutely gorgeous. And that couple, we went to the house for 30 grand. They bought an house for 30 grand. 4-bedroom house with a terrace. And literally 35 minutes from the airport. So yeah, have a look at that video, because that was absolutely amazing. Meanwhile, everyone's out, chilling out, having a nice breakfast or a beer. We'll have a look at the project and see how they're cracking on with it. Just up there. And yeah, more police. Wow. They'd probably sell a few shirts while they're standing around, a few handbags. Also, they're stopping people on bikes, because you're not allowed to ride your bike along here, the promenade. So yeah, and they just pulled that gentleman up just there. That was on his bike, and they told him to get off his bike and walk with his bike. And the same with these electric scooters. You're not allowed to ride your scooters along here. So of course they've been getting away with it, because no one's been here to tell them off. And I was also doing a lot of checks around by the harbour, checking these electric scooters, make sure they're roadworthy. I need to do a bit more than roadworthy. I need to make sure they've got the blimmin' helmets on and obey the road laws here in Spain. Instead of there being 2 or 3 on a scooter and cutting across roads and one-way streets, checking the tyres and brakes. Yeah, they need to clamp down a bit more than that, don't they? Wow, I've just seen a woman with a mask on. Don't tell me COVID's coming back. Oh, hey, look, he's out. He spotted the police. He's got his sunglasses. But yeah, I can say police are not interested. Let's go and have a look at this project, eh? July, they said. Well, we know now it's delayed again. Probably July next year. Here we go. Not Itty shed in sight. Just a load of soil. As you know, before we had the Itty sheds and we had the fair. The fair was supposed to be coming back this year as well. That's definitely not going to be happening. I can tell you that now. And this ain't going to be finished in July either. Don't even look like they put another layer of bricks down since I've been a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, there we go. Be good when it does open. It'll make this place even more and more popular. The latest news this morning on a Sunday morning in Spain, and yep, it's getting hot, it's getting sweaty. Hope you enjoyed the latest news, and make sure you check that place out. I told you, 30 grand for an house. As from now, big thank you for the super thanks and coffees people have been buying me. Really appreciate the support. Of course, it helps to the petrol to get to these beautiful places in Spain. But yep, hasta luego.